Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here for the Great Wall of Comics, and we're back for another episode of 10 sketch covers from my collection. All right, so we got another 10 sketch covers in this series, and we're getting close to the end, but believe it or not, we still got more to go. In case to catch you up, and this is your first one watching this, some viewers suggested that they'd like to see me go through some of the slabs in my collection, and it dawned on me that, yeah, I really haven't shown them except for like a long time ago when I originally started Only Slabs Volume One, or Season One was just me showing off the slabs in my collection up to that point, and then from that point, as I've received new slabs, I've shown them off on the channel as I received them. But that's a very convoluted way to see what's in my collection. So we'll kind of go through this over time, but I thought we'd start with the sketch covers because that was something that really kind of prompted it from everybody, and I think people didn't realize how many sketch covers I actually have now. So let's start this off here. Most of these are going to be sci-fi themed, except we're going to start it off with a Miles Morales. This was done by Chris Campana. He took care of this for me at HeroesCon 2023. When I met him, talked to him, I didn't have a Miles Morales at that point in my time. And so yeah, let's get that done. Let's get one of those in my collection. So happy to have a Miles Morales, and I love the work that he did. We put it in the background. Miles is sitting there on the side of the building. Great. All right, so also, if you haven't noticed, if you've not been watching these before, you're noticing there's no grade. It just says art. And that's something that I do when I get my sketch covers. I send them in and I have them signature verified, but I do not have the books graded. And the reason for that is very simple. When you grade comics, you're doing so to add value to these books because there's a ton of them out there and you're trying to differentiate that book from the rest of the copies of that book that exist. In this case, this is the only piece of this art that exists. The art is the value if I care about reselling it, and nothing else. And so if I send this in and I get graded, and let's say, like in this case, the art board transfers some dirt and debris to the back of this book, now all of a sudden this book gets a 9.2. Does that distract from the art when you start seeing that 9.2 up here? I think it does. So it's just easier. Ignore all that. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. What matters is the art on the front. So there you go. That's why you're going to see them like this. Some books, however, you will see, like this one. This is a CGC. This was graded, and this book was done this way because the artist, Austin Lemme, he is a CGC artist, so he did the book, he did the art for me, and then he sent it off to CGC directly. This was a commission I asked him to do. I said, hey, I would love to have a Firefly book, but I kind of want to have it kind of retro, sci-fi with bubble helmets and stuff. So here he drew in the front. He took Mal Reynolds and he put him in a bubble helmet with that trench coat, and then you got Serenity taking off like a rocket ship as opposed to its standard process. So kind of a cool cover. I dig that. Thank you, Austin. This was another Austin Lemme. Now this one, he sent it off to get graded, and again, this is exactly why I generally use the art books. Is you get that grade there, 9.2, and that's nothing to do with Austin's fault, but the fact that this red cover sketchbook just was all along here. It's all marked up, everything, and that's just how it happened in shipping and whatnot. But yeah, I took this Mars Attacks and put that on that Planet Comics for me. Very cool. He had a hell of a time too. I've done some of these with white paper, but apparently this red paper is something special, and he was like not happy with it. He like the ink was not sticking to it. Everything else was a real pain. This one here, this was a mail-in CGC submission. Um, Evan Doc Shaner was doing signings, and I sent in a Strange Adventures blank to have him do me a nice Adam Strange with a ray gun and bubble helmet. And what do you know? It's shocker time, apparently. Anyway, so there you go. I love this. This is so great. But there's a better one coming. All right, so this one was interesting. So Livio Ramondelli, I got some of his stuff in the past from IRF Authentics Mystery Box, and he's done. I've seen. Well, following him on Instagram, he does a lot of Transformers commissions, and I thought, man, at one point I started thinking to myself, as I was collecting older books, I was also collecting Magnus Robot Fighter, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have Magnus Robot Fighter fighting Ultra Magnus? So Magnus versus Ultra Magnus. I thought that'd be cool. And then once I reached out to him, I was like, oh, I can't have Magnus fighting an Autobot. That just doesn't make sense. So he's got to fight a Decepticon. And well, I wanted him to do Devastator. Devastator was just too big on a scale size. So he did him with Shockwave. Now, what's interesting, he did a great job doing Shockwave. He had some difficulty doing Magnus, and Magnus is a little on the weak side, I would say. But although he doesn't skip calf day, when your calves are bigger than your hamstrings. Anyways, still kind of a fun cover. I have one more blank of this Magnus, and I'm actually looking forward to trying to get Bill Morrison to do one. Or I'm going to have him do Bender versus Zap Brannigan, because Zap Brannigan's outfit is almost identical to Magnus Robot Fighter. So I think that would be cool. All right. Hey, we're halfway point right now. If you like what you see, guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. It does help us get this in front of more eyeballs. More eyeballs means more ad revenue, and more ad revenue, well, that all just goes to Comics Curing Cancer. Everything that this channel does from a fundraising standpoint goes to Comics Curing Cancer. You can follow Comics Curing Cancer here on Instagram to see what's coming up. But it is our fundraising effort that benefits the American Cancer Society. Last year we raised over $50,000 through our efforts of our online virtual events, this channel, and other efforts that we do throughout the year. So give us a follow. And if you'd like to learn more, watch this video here. What is Comics Curing Cancer? All right, so this is a buddy of mine that I went to high school with. His name is Scott Morse, completely unrelated to me. Scott was the guy, he was the go-to guy when we were in school for art. He since has done work with Pixar, Marvel, DC, does his own line of Scholastic kids graphic novels, other stuff like that. It's really kind of cool. So this book is Planet Comics. It's that sketchbook, and he did this ink wash, just phenomenal. I just told him, hey man, just give me some robots and some stuff, some sci-fi bubble. He knows I like robots, bubble helmets, ray guns. We got all that going on here. Some great stuff. Yeah. All right. And then another one, this Bobby Breed. We got everybody's, I'm going to link everybody's information down below in the description. So go ahead and look down below. You'll see the links to their Instagrams and whatnot. So Bobby Breed, I ran into him at San Francisco Fan Expo and was looking at it. I was thinking about getting a commission. I was talking to the artist across from him. And then also talking with John Jang, and Breed was sitting next to him. I'd never seen Breed stuff before, and I was looking up at his prints and stuff, and there was a Mars Attacks thing up there. It was like, I was like, oh, that is so cool. And I said, hey man, are you open for commissions? And he said, yeah. I said, I'd love to get like a Mars Attacks thing. He goes, hell yeah, I love Mars Attacks. Cool. So I give him this Planet Comics blank, and check this out. Boom. We got the Martian coming up over the hill. Freaking got this green plasma coming from the ray gun. This is awesome. Freaking just awesome. Whew. All right. This one's going to be really kind of hard to show off because it's a wraparound. So I'll do my best here. This is a Karl Altstaetter. This one actually I didn't commission. It was one that was on his website. I went to his website and it was sitting there and I was like, oh, and the price was like $80 or something. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. I had to have it for that kind of price. I said, dude, I'm down. So this is Star Wars issue #1. It's a blank cover variant, Karl Altstaetter, and it's got this wraparound from Rogue One. Look at that. We got color, we got the droids, we got the Death Troopers, we got X-Wings in the sky, TIE Fighters. Just an amazing cover. Like I said, it was less than $100. How could I not take it? It says, includes a 5-page preview of Darth Vader 1 and a 3-page preview of Princess Leia #1 and a half-page ad for Spider-Gwen #1. Awesome. Okay, this one was another one that was, actually this one I got on eBay. Originally this would have been a Dynamic Forces creation. This is a Ken Hazer, Dr. Aphra, but I ended up buying this as part of a pack of like 5 or 6 different sketch covers, or not sketch covers. I think most of them were signed books or with Star Wars #1 books. Some of them signed, and then this was the one sketch cover in the lot. Ken Hazer. I ended up sending this to PGX. Back then, I was doing a lot of PGX stuff. They verified the signature, signed and sketched by Ken Hazer. I just, someday I might crack it and have it redone, but I mean, ultimately, what difference does it make? It's all about the art, baby. Okay, last book. Now, this one, this guy, James Pasco. Now, James has done some work with us on Comics Curing Cancer on our art book for Heroes Con 2024. I met him originally at a local con here, East Bay Con, here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I was having a conversation with him, and I saw there was flipping through some of his books, and he had some cool sci-fi stuff in there. And so we started talking. I started kind of, whoa, what'd you find, man? And I started showing him some of the books I picked up, and I was picked up a bunch of sci-fi books, and he was totally digging it and stuff. And I said, dude, I'd love to get how about this, man? You're into sci-fi, I'm into sci-fi. Would you be interested in doing a commission of like Adam Strange for me? And he's all, hell yeah, I love Adam Strange. And so I was like, okay, great. I didn't have a book with me, but I said, I got a blank at home. Let me get your information. I'll send you the blank, all the stuff. So I sent it to him. And next thing I know, he pings me and he says, hey, Rob, is it okay if I do a wraparound? Because the image I want to do won't fit on the front cover alone. And I'm all, yeah. So here we go. And this, I just blew my mind when I got it. I had no idea. So here we go. This is Adam Strange jetpack, kind of his infinity and beyond type thing going on. All the stars, all this stuff is all just, he did all of this. This was a white cover, right? And then we flip it around, backside, and bam, there we go. We got the planets. We got, this is crazy. Absolute craziness. So yeah, I mean, did he have to do this? He could have not done this. There's nothing going on over here. It's just Starscape, but it's freaking, oh my God. Dude's amazing. So anyways, Yeah, James Pascoe. Whew, what a man. Guys, that's it. That's going to do it for this issue, or this episode of 10 sketch covers from the collection. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which one was your favorite of the lot. And like I always say, man, until next time, collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including me, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.